Hi, everybody. We're back. And this is KEM Top Talk on a Friday night.
Whoa. Everybody's hungover from work.
I'm your host, Marabelle Blue.
And I am your co-host, Justine Yanes.
Hi.
And I'm Josh Weston.
This is our guest. He's a comedian.
A very, very funny and talented comedian that I just knew I had to recommend
Yes,
to you, Miss
absolutely.
Marabelle.
I know. I haven't been doing my job because I've been inundated with other annoying stuff. But anyway, here we are. We're on a Friday night. And what are you looking at?
I was
the
just
chat
reading
room?
at the chat room.
To see if anybody's in there.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, well, that was the last thing. Well, I'm sure they'll be... Oh, no, this is the social stream.
Oh.
Forgetting to click on this. Link mode disabled. Well, so far, it's only us in the chat room. So
That's okay, because we're chatty. So
Right.
we'll make do.
Exactly.
We'll make it twerk.
So I made an effort.
He said we'll make it twerk. Oh my god, I have to tell you. Has anybody here heard of this rapper? And I say I use the term rapper very loosely. Her name is Lady.
No.
And she has a song called Twerk.
No.
So one of my friends, who's a dominatrix, you know Elena.
You know my dog's name is Lady.
Really? Well, let me tell you, your dog might actually be more attractive than this actual person named Lady, okay? Oh no, she is sad and ghetto. So Elena, the dominatrix, who's supposed to be coming on KM very soon.
Yes.
She was like, you have to watch this video. If you at home are not, after the show, just YouTube Lady Twerk. It is the most ghetto. You would love it. It's just it's just like booty popping everywhere and like thongs, and she's like a horrible rapper. It's horrible but hilarious.
How's her booty look?
It's the funny thing is that
How does her booty look?
Yeah, that's all I care about. Rhymes.
it's awful because she's talking about like I can twerk. I'm so good at, and then like it shows
What
like
is
a close up.
twerking? Am I stupid?
It's got it's
It's like-
twerk.
Explain.
Well, I could show you, but I can't explain it.
Show
It's
us.
like no.
Does it have to do with sex?
I'm still on my first drink. What is that? I mean, like you can twerk in the
Yeah,
club.
just twerk. Twerk is work.
Twerk is like, yeah, twerk is like
doing
Is it
work.
like a dance?
you
At
can,
work.
You can
No,
twerk while
I
you
mean,
dance.
Well, twerking
You can work
basically
it, yeah.
you are dancing if you twerking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Twerk that.
Like you know when you're having sex, and you're on top of your man and you working up a sweat.
Right.
You're twerking.
Mm-hmm. Twerk can never be a bad thing. Twerk is always good.
So is the TW short for like twat or something like that? They just took
I don't
two
know.
words
Is it
and put it together. People are making up new words.
I don't know. I'm gonna. Okay,
Is
keep
it gonna be
talking.
in the Urban Dictionary?
Keep talking.
Twerk is probably already in that.
Yeah, keep talking. I'm gonna Urban Dictionary this bitch.
Twerk, yeah, look that up.
All right. Okay, so I made the effort and I started making notes so that we wouldn't be like asses like we were last week all over the place. Actually, last week was a very, very good show.
And we got a lot of great reviews and positive
Yes.
feedback on our
And you know,
show.
I think our simulated orgasms was like the top of the
You
night.
missed
We'll
it.
share
Last week you can still watch it on Ustream and on YouTube. But
Yes.
last week we did fake orgasms on live TV in the bar.
Yeah, and I did like a porn fake orgasm.
I would love to see that.
I did the one that I'm usually doing when it's just. Unfortunately, I learned how to do my really.
It starts at the time 1:23, I think it is. So that's when you'll be able to
Look
see.
that up.
Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to bring up, because this captured my attention in Us Weekly magazine. Apparently, Emily Maynard from The Bachelorette. Now, you all know I was watching The Bachelorette. When you came on to KEM Top Talk the first time with the Velvet Radio Girls, I was talking about that because at the time the season was going on. And as each season went on, I was doing my own process of elimination of who I thought that Emily was going to pick. Now, there's somebody out there who normally blogs about who is going to be chosen before the show is over. Right when it comes down to 4 men, that's when I'll read his spoilers and see what he's talking about. Okay, so this person said that she was going to pick this guy, Jeff, who actually spells his name with 1 F. So it's J-E-F.
Jeffrey!
Yeah, exactly. And it was funny because every night that I would watch Jimmy Kimmel, he would just have nightmares about this other F that's not in his name, and it was like hilarious, you know. I'm the host of the show. I always got to do Jimmy Kimmel.
She always does a Jimmy Kimmel impersonation. I'm sorry, it's not the worst Jimmy Kimmel impersonation.
That's the only Jimmy Kimmel impersonation.
Hi, I'm Jimmy.
You're horrible. I got the definition for twerk, by the way.
Oh, let's get it.
To work one's body, as in dancing, especially the rear end.
Oh, okay. So then it has to do with the ass.
I told you it was work. You're doing work.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, when you popping it.
Twerk.
Yeah.
So I could like do it with my boobs then.
Which are
But anyway, thank you. We're gonna talk about my boobs later. In the meantime, we're gonna talk about. Oh yay! Monica! Next up, Marabelle Blues boobs. Okay, so Us Weekly is reporting that Emily agreed to pick Jeff and share her half of the Bachelorette whatever money. I didn't even know these people get paid on this show.
Yeah, they get, because they're missing, I did a reality show once, and I was like in the pool and everything for it, and what ends up happening is that because you have to take so much time off of work and everything,
Right.
they have to compensate you for it, so they pay your rent.
Uh-huh.
But if I know in most cases they end up paying your rent, like all your stuff, because like someone has to pay your bills while you're out of work.
Right.
But if you're the actual Bachelorette picking the people,
Right.
you get something like $20,000
Okay,
on top of that.
$20,000 is nothing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Spend that in a
seriously,
week.
it's nothing.
But if you're
you also
like-
have to think about it.
But if you're like a receptionist somewhere that's like just looking for a man, you get to find a man and get half of your salary and live in this pimp ass
Okay,
mansion.
so wait. So then
like
it
2
goes
months.
according to how much you make. So let's say you're making $50,000 a year. So then you're going to get $30,000.
No, I think it's like they pay you like X. I think they just pay you like X
I just
amount.
gotta pay you.
But like if you're somebody who's just making like 40,000 as a secretary or something, 20,000 that's nothing to scoff at, you know.
Mhm. No, that's true. That's true.
That's 20 pairs of Louboutins.
But here's the thing.
Mad and everything.
The way she says it too, all serious. It's like, okay, but Jeff comes from money.
Mm-hmm.
When she went to his house, when they do like when they get to like closer to the finale, and it comes down to like 4 men, they go what they call on these hometown dates, where she gets to meet his family.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, she went to meet his family, and the guy owns like a fucking ranch. I couldn't believe it. This man needs nothing half of whatever it is that she made from this show.
Do you think that he's rich because he's not taking other people's money?
Here's the whole thing. I think that she picked him because he's rich.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
for Us Weekly to assume that the reason why she picked Jeff was because, you know, for some kind of gain, for whatever. He doesn't need money. He's not in a need for
They're
it.
saying
So I'm very, very confused as to why she picked him in the first place.
So they're saying she picked him because she wants the money, or she picked him because he wants the money?
because he
made an
wanted.
agreement.
Now apparently this
No,
man
she
is
wants
out
the money.
gallivanting around. He's supposed to be engaged to her, but he's out gallivanting around without her.
Is he gallivanting with other women?
Probably.
There is
She's
another-
rich, of
there-
course.
If you were rich, would you gallivant with other women?
I mean, yeah, hell yeah.
So you would cheat on your girlfriend if you were rich?
She's not his girlfriend. That's some shit for a TV show.
Don't get me started on cheating. You know how I got last week.
I don't
Well,
cheat. I don't
you know
cheat.
what? We're gonna do a
I don't
cheating
cheat.
episode. We're
Okay.
definitely gonna do it.
We
We're gonna
need
have
to
a
go
whole panel.
Yeah, I go all night without
Because
cheating.
we definitely, there are some women who I've been talking to that has had terrible
Right.
experiences
Oh
that
yeah,
they want to
yeah, I've
come
heard plenty.
and talk about their experiences with cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
But here's my question. Here's what baffles me. So like on shows like The Bachelor, Bachelorette, and all these other dating shows, you're not supposed to pick who the TV or the media tells you to pick. Aren't you supposed to pick who you're like in love with?
well, yes, and that's what it originally started off as.
So why are they telling her that she's gonna pick? How is everyone knowing that she like? How is everyone like, oh, she's gonna pick him?
Well, because
That's what it
I
is.
think the person who blogs about this has inside information. He knows somebody from the inside, because you have to remember when the show airs, it's been 3 months since they already picked the person. They're like having their relationship.
But how long is the show though? Because after 2 or 3 months, you still not even meeting the same person. That's not the real person.
I think the show lasts for 3 months.
That's nothing.
So think about it.
You've never said I love you to somebody if you've been with them for 3 months?
Hell no.
Oh, I have.
3 months?
Definitely.
Why not?
3 months is not enough time. You gotta give it at least 6.
6 months before you tell somebody you love them?
6 months before you even like start being yourself in front of them.
What?
At 3 months, you ain't gonna fart in front of a bitch. You're gonna be on your best behavior.
I was just about to ask
You're gonna be on your very best behavior for at least a year.
Bear is in the chat.
After a year, that's when you start pooping in front of
Mama
bitches.
K. Bear.
So you mean to tell me that
bathroom.
after 3 months you should not be farting in front of someone? But can you burp? Because I burp.
You can do a little bit like, excuse me.
Then we better not go for hot dogs and soda. You better not get a diet at the movie theater.
You gotta be on your best behavior for the first 3 months. The Bachelor and the Bachelorette is whole bullshit.
I said you better not let me get the extra cheese with the nachos at the movie theater.
Also, you also have to look at how attractive a woman is too. I mean, you guys could probably fart in front of a nigga within 3 months.
No, that's how I introduce myself. I'm like, hi, I'm Justine.
But if you're like a 3 or a 4, and you gotta wait at least like a year or 2 to fart in front of them.
If you're a 3 or 4, you can't.
I can't.
fart forever.
So mortified doing something like that. I don't know why. I would just go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm like Tyra Banks. That's what she used to do. She used to like run to the
If
bathroom.
it's the person you spend the rest of your life with.
The other night,
Yes.
Mama K. Bear said 3 dates.
You nasty bitch. 3 dates.
You go, Mama K. Bear.
She's gotta be a 10. She's a 12.
So here's like the other night I went home with a guy. We've been working together for.
And you farted?
We've known each other. I mean, we're talking about farting, so I'm guessing the date is a queef still a fart.
Sounds like one, but
I would let that pass.
yeah.
So
I want to hear the story.
No. Like, and I just want to know if this has ever happened to you. Like, you go home with, like, you've known them for a while, and then you finally go home with them, and you like, and of course he's like, we're eating tacos and stuff before we go to bed or whatever. So now I'm like, I'm gassy, but I'm not gonna fart in front of him. I'm like, oh no, and like I'm. You just reminded me of a story. But like, yeah, no, I'm losing sleep over this shit. I'm like trying to stay awake, like sleep with one eye open because I don't want to like fall asleep and like let one rip or anything, like let it pass through the right. So like, and all of a sudden, and then you wake up like, who's there? Who's there?
That's happening.
No, but like, so I'm like holding them in, and like you can hear my stomach going.
God, no.
And I'm like, at this point, he's just got to know that I'm holding in farts. Like, he's got to.
So
be
let
like,
it out then.
No way.
You didn't fart in front of him?
That's the fatal mistake. Like farting in front of somebody that like you think you're comfortable with. Like you start dating and you think you're comfortable, and you're like, you might even watch like a movie or TV show together where someone farts and like you both laugh at it. And you're like, oh, okay, so he thinks it's funny, it's okay, and you like let one rip, and like immediately after you're like, oh shit, call back the troops, call back the troops, oh no.
That will make or break the
because
relationship.
you can't take it back.
But it also depends on your reaction after the fart. Like if you just fart and you're just like cool about it.
So here's what I like to do. If I'm dating a guy, what I like to do is wait until he farts first. I don't care if it takes him a year. I wait till he farts first, or he Dutch ovens me, or whatever he does, because that's happened. Men think it's so cute. Yeah, but I wait for him. I wait for him to do it in front of me, and then I'll like do it in front of him. And I'll always the first time I do it, I always end with this. I fart and then I go.
That's good. That's the perfect way. That is perfect. See the reaction. That's perfect.
I have a confession to make. That's the real reason I got a dog. A dog. Like a blade. He's bleeding.
Oh my God.
And he looks at me too. He'll be like, he'll see me, I'll be like, cheer for him. He'll be like.
That is too funny.
Mama K. Bear said farting on a date a week.
Farting on a date a week. I'm guessing after a week.
No, that's
okay.
That's not
That's
cool,
not
Mama
okay.
K Bear.
No, but
like
let me
said,
tell you,
she's probably a 10.
I have the ultimate horror story.
Let me hear it.
Okay.
Let me hear it.
First and foremost, I take laxatives every now and then.
A girl has to watch her figure.
Cleanse myself out. There's
Yes.
nothing wrong with it. So, back in the MySpace days, there was a guy that started talking to me. He was like in a band. I was like, oh, he's kind of cute. He was a little on the heavy side, but for the most part, I really thought, he was attractive. So, we went out to meet. Now, unbeknownst to me, like I took laxatives that day and I really didn't think anything of it because I knew the date was going to be much later and I thought it was going to be okay.
Oh, Jesus. This is, oh my goodness, this is horrible.
we meet on 28th Street and we have a Starbucks and I'm like drinking.
You had coffee?
This is the worst.
laxatives and then coffee?
That is fuel to the fire.
Like venti coffee frappuccino. So good.
Oh my God. This is even worse.
And
Did
no,
you stick
wait,
yourself?
then this is even funnier. We go to his ex-girlfriend's apartment because he's babysitting the apartment because I think she had a cat or something. She had a very nice apartment.
So two things. First problem here is he takes you. First problem here is he takes you on a date, right?
Yes.
And he takes you to his ex-girlfriend's apartment.
Yes.
Tells you it's his ex-girlfriend's apartment. He couldn't wait. He couldn't save the date for another night when he didn't have to do that. Number two, he's trying to get you alone in an apartment in his ex-girlfriend's apartment.
That's something to brag about. That's G status right
now,
there.
by the time we get there,
Do the same thing.
okay, by the time we get there, my stomach is already making that feeling that I get.
You shit it in his ex-girlfriend's apartment.
Wait, did you have a Dumb and Dumber moment? Did the toilet not flush?
Oh, I'm sorry I cut you off. Continue. I want to hear this.
You know what it is?
I have to hear this. Continue.
I wanted to I thought that if I can go to the bathroom, I would be able to get it for like maybe pass gas or something like that. But it was one of those stupid ass apartments that was not built in 1925. Therefore, you close the door and you can hear everything that's going on in the living room.
Yeah.
So clearly I couldn't pass gas. It was just fucking awful. Okay, so and then it's horrible because when you have to go to the bathroom, you have to pee more.
Right.
Because you have to do number 2.
Right.
So I was like, okay, listen, I gotta go. So we leave and I get on the train. And that's when the whole train ride, I'm like fighting this feeling.
Were you still with him?
Bubble.
No, I already left. And it's like that feeling that you get, like that pain in your stomach.
Yeah.
And I'm on the train like, it was almost like having a baby, like just wait. That was even funnier was that. I was wearing these big ass platform shoes, and I still have them.
Can't even imagine.
In the apartment I lived in, it was like a very long hallway apartment. It was like a railroad apartment, so when you go in.
And when you got
Let me tell you
Did you
something.
make it to the bathroom?
Yes, I did, but let me tell you,
It was euphoria.
when I ran, I had the shoes on, and all I remember was going, boom, boom. Like, I just remember like Frankenstein. You know what I mean? Like my shoes felt like they were Frankenstein shoes, and they had all the weight of the world. And I'm like ripping off my pants. And I'm like boom, boom, and I sat in the toilet, and everything came out. Sorry to be talking like this. I know Marabelle wasn't listening.
While she's eating, we're talking.
There's somebody's here. They're like eating food right now. She's like, I'm eating.
Is that a sloppy Joe?
It gets so much worse.
So wait, I have a question that's been on my mind. I have a question that's on my mind.
Yes.
Josh,
Yes.
do you have anal sex with women? Do you try to put it in the back door?
Nah.
You never try to do that?
Nah, you know what? That's a white dude thing. Only white people like anal sex. Niggas don't.
You know what? He's right about that. Because I date white boys, and usually that would be the first thing do you like anal sex?
White people love anal sex.
Ask me that question.
All my white friends are like, oh, it's so tight. The butt is so tight. I'm just like,
For your little dick.
yeah.
No, some of them don't have little dicks. I can vouch for that.
Well,
I can't.
I guess the guy I went home with the other day was like, part. He's not really white. Like he's like part. I don't know. I'm gonna get too much away, and if he ever watches, he's gonna know what I'm talking about. So I can't. But he's got. God bless him. That is the most beautiful penis I have ever seen in my goddamn life.
See, and the dick is very important, and I'm glad that we can bring this because a lot of my best friends are women, and I hate when women say that it's not about sex. It's all about sex.
It's all about sex. Here's the thing.
That's why you ladies need to give it up like the first or second night.
What?
Because you need to know how upset would you? How upset would you be if you, let's say you was like a very religious woman, right? You meet a man of your dreams, and you guys go years and you're dating, and then you get married, and after you get married, you have sex the first time, and either he got a small ass dick or the sex is whack.
But see, I wouldn't go that far.
What do you mean you wouldn't go that far?
I would not go that far to wait till get married. No. I need to know what's in those pants right now. Because if I don't know,
exactly,
you're gonna cheat. You're gonna end up cheating.
I have dumped guys because of that.
Here's the thing, because I have friends
till this day. Stop calling.
Stop calling.
I have friends who are virgins, and I have friends who are waiting till marriage. And it's like I tell them, I try to give them my advice because I don't know why my friends always come to me with sex advice.
Because you're very experienced.
I'm not that experienced. Hookers are experienced in the field.
You're smart. You're intelligent.
I'm wise. I'm wise when it comes to the penis.
Yes.
No, I'm a penis wizard.
Does it have beads in it like that one?
Let me tell you, if it did,
shit,
I'd put a ring on it.
Right there.
I get a cock ring on it.
One name.
And nobody can see what you're talking about though.
That's the rabbit. Oh, that's
a mini rabbit.
It's a mini rabbit, but it's got beads in it, like right here, and they rotate. So when it's inside, it's like nobody's penis can do that in real life. This is just setting one standard.
Actually, my dick can do that.
This is just.
My dick can do that, ladies. I have beads in my dick.
Ladies?
Yes, you might want to get that checked out by a professional. You might need an appointment or a pill.
We even have like the Hooters female comfort lotion. So
listen,
use it with the lotion.
This is setting just a false standard for women. Like this
exactly.
This is like
that's
it's not
bullshit.
fair. This is not. I'm on
bullshit.
I'm on your side.
And then you go to a regular dick. First of all, let me explain. Don't a regular dick have this? What is that? Some shit protruding out
it's the
3/4 in. You got fucking what?
It's clitoral stimulation.
Yes.
Don't a regular dick have a clitoral stimulation? You just need to make a regular fucking. You just need to. And look, first of all, this is a small ass dick.
It's better than using
it's for your finger. You can use your fingers. Clitoral stimulation. Use your fingers.
Yeah, you can use your finger. Okay, true.
So there, but yeah.
If you ever watch porn, you know how like a woman starts rubbing herself. Well, then you know that's what that thing does.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, that's all. I apologize. You
Give that back.
My bad, ladies.
But no, back to that was a beautiful penis. I just wanted to put that back out. That was
beautiful penis, sir. Beautiful.
And here's the thing, like when we're talking about like sex is really important.
Sex is
when it comes to relationship because
it comes to anything.
No, it's definitely because it's like. Okay, so like I can be friends with a guy forever and ever and ever, and we're friends, we get along great and everything like that, and we think nothing's ever gonna come of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, we're not really attracted to each other that way, maybe whatever. But then we like one night you just end up having sex, like most male friends do.
Mm-hmm.
And you have this connection, this chemistry, and it's fantastic. Now all of a sudden you have this now you have this thing that you want to build on. You're like, oh my god, no, this has been great because the sex is great.
Right.
That makes or breaks a relationship. But if you're like. If you don't really like somebody or whatever, you get drunk one night and go home and have sex with them, or like if let's say you really like somebody and you're dating them for a long time and then you have sex with them and the sex sucks, you never want to hear from that person again.
Oh yeah.
And that has happened to me more times than I can count, and it sucks.
Amen.
Yes, it does. I totally agree.
Yeah.
I went out with this guy once a couple of years ago, and he was trying to be convincing that he was well endowed, and when he took off his pants, I was like,
if a man has to tell you he's well
First of all,
endowed, he
man,
is not.
Speak the truth.
Well, yes, thank you.
You can't fucking lie. You can't lie.
The truth.
You got a regular dick. Just tell you got a regular dick.
And still holy. A regular dick. What are you talking about?
Just
that was like shrunk in size.
So here are the telltale signs. I have like a few telltale signs to know.
Oh, please share it with
Whether or
us.
not, without having to look at his penis to know if the penis is small.
Okay.
Number one, yes.
Bragging.
If you brag that you have a big penis.
You got a small ass dick.
Yes. Okay, so after each of my
and that's coming from a man. That's coming from a man who's saying this.
If you have to tell me about all the women you slept with.
You got a small ass dick.
If you drive a big old truck with spinning rims and the lights in the bottom of the car and you have this ostentatious vehicle you're driving around.
You got a small ass dick.
If you're wearing skinny jeans.
You got a small ass dick. Baby dick, nigga. Also, if you say, oh, black people have big dick, you got a small ass dick.
Is that the fifth one?
Yes. No.
No, that was just yeah. 4.5.
If you're overcompensating and spending way too much money on me on the first 3 dates.
You got a small ass dick. You're never spending too much money.
So there you have it.
Well, no, that's not true. Because I took a bitch horseback riding one time.
You know that didn't sound right.
What? I got a small ass dick. God damn it. I just found out.
So wait, how many dates was it?
It was actually our first date. And I really liked her. And I was like, you know what, let's...
But you know what, I'm talking about like those guys, not like you spend a lot of money on the date, but I'm talking about those guys that are like...
Well, it wasn't like I want to spend a lot of money. It was like I want to have fun on the first date.
But I don't even mean like if the date is a lot of money. I mean like, let's say you like go to a bar or something and like the guy throws like the bartender $50 as a tip and like make sure that you sees it. That you see it.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, or like, okay, I went on a date with this guy once, and like we checked our coats, and he gave the coat check girl $100, and he like made sure I saw it.
Wow.
And I was like,
show off.
and I knew that he wasn't like Rockefeller. Like if you're stupid rich and you tip me and you tipping $100, that's fine, I get it. But like if you got like a regular job and you're tipping $100 on our first date so that I can see it, you probably have a small dick.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're gonna be broke until the next payday.
Yes. And then I have to wait a whole other 2 weeks for the next check to go on.
How about like 2 weeks?
How about broke and still have a small dick?
You'll be broke with a small dick. Like men with big dicks don't have to try.
Right.
They do not have to try hard. They sit back and just let it happen.
I'm thinking now.
If you're trying too hard in a club to rub up on a girl and grab every girl's wrist and dance with her too hard and you're breaking a sweat in the club.
You got a small ass dick.
Yes, thank you.
Well, I've done that too. I've done that. Hold on.
You totally got
the men with the big dicks in the club. They're always the ones just sitting back waiting for it to come. Am I right, ladies?
No.
Am I right? Am I right? And you know, because you see them.
I gotta explain. Okay, no, that's completely different. That's completely different. Because number one, I like to dance. No homo. No homo. Number two, okay, I see a pretty girl. You know what I'm saying? I go up to her. You know what I'm saying? You
do that?
No, I don't do that. I do this. This is what I do right now.
If you're walking over to her dancing, what is the probability of her walking away? Like she's looking at you like, who is this damn fool dancing?
It's not half and half. You know what I'm saying? She's going to turn around and she's going to look at you. And if she like what she sees, she's going to turn back around and twerk. If she don't like what she sees, she's going to leave you an ugly face and walk away. But you can't take that personally.
What's ugly face?
She like, just like that. Or her friend. Usually don't know bitches go in the club dolo. That's retarded. You go in the club, you got at least one friend with you.
Yeah.
That way, if some dude's behind you and he busted,
that's true.
She gonna be like, come here, girl.
Yes.
Exactly.
I've been plenty of times with my homegirls, I gotta play like fucking bouncer all night because niggas be coming up to them trying to dance and I'll be like, nah, she good.
Yes. But you mentioned earlier, what if you wait till marriage to have sex and you find out that the guy has a small penis?
I would not do that.
Right, but here's what I tell my friends. Here's my Justine sex advice, my wizardry sex advice for those of you who are thinking of doing that or are doing that.
See.
You don't have to have sex with him if that like is going to go against your beliefs or your morals. That's up to you if you want to live your life boringly.
But you still look at his dick, though.
But yes, you can still sneak a peek. You can kind of like, if he's like crossing his legs at dinner, you know you have a small dick. But like, if you can like, I don't know.
Ask him to see it. That's not against your religion to see his dick.
Yeah, you can see it. I mean,
it's against your religion to fuck it.
So how can that be? I cannot even see.
Are hand jobs against like?
I don't know.
I know a girl that said she actually puts her hand down there just to see what he has.
She's smart.
Yeah.
I know a whole bunch of Bulgarian dudes that I met, and
where are all the Bulgarians dudes hanging out?
Yeah.
And what they would tell me is, and not Bulgaria, but I believe it's Turkey or one of the fucking European countries, they have to wait until they get married to have sex, so they all have anal sex. So in America,
so you know a lot of
anal sex is not sex.
So basically,
to them, anal sex is not sex.
Basically, what you're saying then is you know a lot of gay Bulgarians.
They're still sticking their dick in something.
Yeah, but it's not the vagina. The good book says you cannot have sex, which is intercourse is the penis and the vagina. You put it in the booty or the mouth, that's something else.
Window shopping, looking without touching.
I'm not a window shopper.
No, you gotta know. She's smart. Who is that?
That's Mama K Bear.
Mama K Bear, you're a goddamn genius.
Yeah. Window
shop that dick.
I'm not a window shopper.
No, you got a window.
See, I like to go into the store.
Okay.
She said I like to go into the store. But look, we jumped from talking about Emily Maynard to farting to like dicks.
I wouldn't call that a big jump.
He definitely she definitely gave it up.
Well, going back to our original topic before we move on to the next topic.
Right.
I think this is just another ruse. The fact for me is Emily's not into Jeff. She picked him solely for his financial reasons and nothing more.
I agree.
We all know that Ari would have been the better choice because, he's a race car driver and, she was with somebody like that before. And then for some
reason... Is this the woman that's a widow? She's a widow?
Yes, because her daughter, she came out pregnant when the guy died. He died in an airplane crash.
I didn't even know the show was still on the air.
Me neither. It's
still on the air. Let me tell you something about The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. Personally, for me, I like watching it because it's always fun to make fun of all of these people that put themselves on TV and make fools out of themselves.
Oh, like us?
But we're actually not trying to be anybody else but ourselves.
True.
And that's the difference.
True. Very
okay?
true.
So, more power to the Bachelor and Bachelorette. And now that I know that they get paid, maybe I can go on there too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Tell everybody off because that's what's going to happen.
I'm going to be a bachelor.
You are a bachelor.
Okay.
Swag.
So now the next topic at hand was, of course, what everybody's been talking about.
The debates?
The debate.
Oh, jeez.
I was wondering when you were going to get to that. I was like, oh, we have not touched on politics yet this week.
I saw the look on your face. You're like this. Okay. So Mitt Romney and President Obama did their first debate on Wednesday. Okay, and everybody was making all of these comments about, that Obama took a back seat, and that Mitt Romney was very aggressive. He took this aggressive approach. They did this grading system, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Mitt Romney had better.
Mitt Romney fucked up somewhere in the debate when he was talking about cutting funding for PBS.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And putting the money somewhere else. Now, I don't know where PBS gets how much money they get.
They get it from their viewers, most of it.
But he made, Big Bird upset, Grover, Oscar, Ernie and Bert. I mean, it's like we're talking about Sesame Street.
Nobody pisses off Big Bird.
No.
And then he tells the man, I like Big Bird, the moderator. I like Big Bird and I like you too. And I'm sitting in the...
I like you two as in the people, or I like you two as in...
He tells the moderator he likes Big Bird and he likes the moderator too. Now, what did that mean? That he put like the moderator in the same place as Big Bird.
Listen.
So it's like Big Bird like a clown, so the moderator was a clown.
They're all just nobodies.
Here's what...
Let's say if the moderator was like this 500-pound woman and he said, I like Snuffleupagus and I like you too. I mean, wouldn't that be offensive? people would be in an uproar. I can't believe that he said that.
Here's the thing that pisses me off, that people aren't really talking about this. PBS, as a lot of people do know, but nobody's talking about it. They get most of their funding from viewers.
Yes.
So viewers will call in and donate, and they have these fundraisers and everything. And when Mitt Romney is cutting funding from PBS to give to other things, you're basically saying you're taking the money that I've donated to PBS because I wanted to give my money to PBS. You're deciding it's not going to go to PBS. You're deciding it's going to go to whatever, Dumpster Babies. I don't care where it's going to go.
Right.
But if I wanted to give my money to Dumpster Babies, I would. And not, you know what I mean? Like, what's he going to give it to? Rape victims?
This is the problem I have with it. Like I was telling you earlier, PBS is all for children.
Why pick on PBS?
PBS is so positive.
And bigger.
If you're gonna, big, like for real. Like if you're gonna cut funding for something, you have MTV.
Right.
You have BT, which hurts my soul. Cut BT's funding. And I'm black. This is coming from a nigga. Okay. Cut funding from BT.
It's racist. BT is racist. I'm sorry, that is a racist stereotype right there. That whole channel.
Yeah.
Well, it's literally called Black Entertainment.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Don't get me started on that. I'm surprised it's not called Colored People.
Back of the bus entertainment.
Yeah. Like, Jesus. Oh, my goodness. Motherfucking sellout.
Back of the bus entertainment.
And we're going to have to delete this when I blow up because I'm probably going to be on BT, man.
Josh hates black people.
No, I love black people. I love niggas. Niggas are my favorite.
He just doesn't like the station.
I don't like
what they represent.
They represent.
Because didn't somebody make a comment? I could have sworn somebody on Twitter made a comment about 106 and Park is not even filmed at 106 and Park.
Is it? I don't know if it is.
I don't think it is
anymore.
No, but they don't think they ever were.
Oh,
why would you name a show 106 and Park and not film there?
To appeal to the people.
Yeah, you gotta appeal to the people.
It's like what does 106 and Park represent?
It represents
the hood.
Yeah, the hood, and
yeah, but I think if you go to 106th Street and Park Avenue right now, it's not really the hood anymore.
Not anymore.
Man, I barely saw niggas coming up here. 125th, 145th. It was all. I see a white boy on his MacBook, just typing
on the
away.
computer, on the train.
For those of you who don't live in New York City, Uptown has changed,
gentrified
a
lot.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
White people, stop making our rent go up, man. You fucking us up.
Listen, I talked about it last week. I'm so happy for the gentrification. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
I don't mind that my rent's going up because I fucking like Starbucks.
Fuck Starbucks.
I wish you didn't say Starbucks. Make me want
I like the motherfucking. I like the motherfucking delis in the hood. They'll sell you a bacon, egg, and cheese for $2. That's what
I like it too. Don't get me wrong.
In my neighborhood, it's like $4 or $5.
There's a Wally's Deli in my neighborhood, and if they never took away Wally's Deli, I would be so sad. I love it. Because at 5 a.m., I do get my bacon, egg, and cheese on a croissant for $2 and a soda and some chips, and it's delicious.
And some Takis. Have you ever heard? I'm sorry to cut you off.
What's a Taki?
Have you ever heard the song Hot Cheetos and Takis?
No.
Oh my God! Oh my goodness!
You ain't never heard the song Twerk?
Okay, there's a song. It came out a month ago. These little 12-year-old kids made a rap song, from Minneapolis, and it's called Hot Cheetos and Takis. And Takis is like a chip. They sound like Spanish delis and stuff.
Oh yes, I know Takis.
Yeah. So Hot Cheetos and Takis, and these kids have 3 million views. 3 million views in a month. And the song the beat is crazy.
Cut funding from that
video. Romney would do it.
We're gonna take that money and we're gonna put it into corporations.
Into Doritos.
Fuck Romney.
Doritos.
You know the best thing is, these people are making it easy for Obama. I know he's got a lot of people talk shit about Obama. A lot of people, this and that. But his first McCain, even if you look at it and you're like, I don't know who to pick. Who do you not want to be president?
Right. Okay.
Not who do you want to be president.
It's a process of elimination.
Yeah, exactly.
It really just is a process of elimination.
But here's the whole thing. Oh God, I was going to ask you something, and now I completely forgot. And it had to do with the whole presidential thing. Why do you think that Obama is getting such a bad grab? Like, why do you think that's happening for? Oh, here's the other question that I wanted to ask you. If McCain had picked somebody else to be his VP, do you think that people would have voted for McCain for the mere fact that he was at war? You know, he was held hostage. You know, wasn't he like a hostage or something like that?
Yeah. Sarah Palin fucked him up.
Why would he pick her though?
I don't know. Maybe he thought it was good to have a woman.
I think she was
pretty.
I think that he picked her because he really did not want to be president. That's what I think. So he picked somebody because he knew that
she was going to fuck him up.
Yes. And they wouldn't vote for him. And they would just vote for Obama.
It was a stupid move. It was a really fucking stupid move.
Yeah,
no one liked her. Her likability in the polls was, I mean, so far down even when he announced her.
I still hit it, though. I definitely hit it.
But that's the thing. She is attractive. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She is an attractive female.
Well, and you know what? Do you not think that Paul Ryan is an attractive man?
You know what I came to the realization of?
Yeah, Paul Ryan's attractive. Dude.
Right.
No. Yeah, he's good looking dude.
Do you know what I came to the realization of that we were talking about at work the other day, though?
What?
It doesn't matter. Men love dumb box. Men love dumb box.
Of course.
And dumb box. Like you're a dumb box. Like you're a walking dumb vagina.
Yeah, I was gonna say box.
Like it's true. So like if you're like kind of cute, you don't even have to be like hot. Because if you're hot and you have a brain, I think some men, weak men, find that to be like a notch down. They won't hit on you. But they'll see a girl that's maybe as cute as you, maybe less cute, maybe even more cute, but she's just dumb as a box of rocks, and they're all over it. And they just want it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so fucking... And you know what? That's a lot of white boys are like that.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And it's so fucking annoying. And I think that's what McCain was just like loving the dumb box. Mm-hmm. I can see Russia from my house.
Oh my gosh.
Just the dumbest box.
You can't really see Russia from Alaska. Can you?
I don't know if you can.
I've never been to Alaska.
I'm being a dumb box right now.
Russia, no. Probably not. Russia's fucking...
Either way, it's stupid fucking statement to make.
It's true.
Yeah, she's dumb.
True. Well, as everyone knows, Dancing with the Stars started. And her daughter is now one of... I heard. Doing the Dancing with the Stars. And this one I
TV is so...
She had 18 points in this whole dancing thing. And Joey Fatone went home. I'm completely perplexed.
Joey Fatone was on? Oh. They're running out of fucking celebrities. They ain't even stars no more. It's just Dancing with the Stars.
Next season is going to be Next season on Dancing with the Stars. Marabelle Blue, Josh Weston, and Justine.
Nah, because we're going to be
stars, I wouldn't mind being on Dancing with the Stars. I could lose weight.
Right?
I do need to.
Have you seen her? You can't see her titties from the screen.
Here I am. Can I talk about all I've been doing all night is staring at her tits because she's got this like necklace on with this like stone in the center, and I just keep like my eyes just keep gravitating towards it. I'm just like I can't even make eye contact with you.
Yeah, it's the necklace.
Is that what you're looking at? I didn't know you were looking.
I can't even make eye contact with you right now. I'm like I'm afraid. Girl, shoot your eye out.
Oh my goodness. So there's this other. Well, we finished with the debate and all that stuff.
Real quick, I do just want to say this. Everyone's talking about the debate that Romney took it and like Obama took it back. I heard there's a lot of people saying that we're either on the fence or we're Obama or whatever, and they're saying now that they're like on Romney's side and they're go Romney, go Team Romney. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a stupid fucking move. You're dumb box. And a lot of my real close friends or like girlfriends of mine are saying it, and I gotta tell you, boo-boos, you're dumb box. Like, you fucking vote for Romney, all of your rights as a woman, they're gone.
Exactly.
They're in the fucking shitter. So you think you have it hard now as a woman trying to make it in this world? Go ahead and vote for Romney. Go ahead. And then in a year, move to fucking Europe. Yeah, everybody. Yeah,
there may be no KEM top talk.
The rich get richer.
I won't be able to express myself.
No, the rich get richer. That's all it's going to be.
The alternative community, you can all go fuck yourself because we won't be able to do anything because of,
And here's the other thing that I think is happening. I think that Obama, I think that he went into it kind of cocky and was like, everybody hates Romney, so I can like relax a little bit. And I think that now, he's got 2 more debates coming up, and I think now he's gonna fucking kill him. You're gonna see in the next debate. Mark my words, record it. In the next debate, Obama's gonna do fucking amazing. He's gonna fucking kill it. And I'm on the fence here. I'm not even on the fence. I'm just like, it's the lesser of 2 evils, if you ask me.
Right.
But Obama's gonna take the next one, and everyone's gonna go, it's tied. And on the third one, watch how he knocks out the park, and watch how Romney's gonna come out with something who's gonna piss everyone off.
What debate I'm looking forward to seeing is Paul Ryan and what's our vice president's name? Damn, I hate when I forget.
Vice president's name. Dumbox. All that ever comes to mind when I hear vice president is Dick Cheney.
I can see his face and I can see him making stupid comments.
all that ever comes.
White nigga with white hair.
Oh God, I'm so hungry now. The Chinese restaurant is like right next door. I'm gonna get myself some chicken wings.
Oh my goodness.
Way to deflect from the fact that you didn't know the vice president's name. Hold on, I'm gonna Urban Dictionary it.
What, his name? Is that nigga in the Urban Dictionary, the vice president?
What the fuck is the vice president? Can I have some more water? The barmaid is
president.
Barmaid! Don't call her that. I forget her name. She's on my Facebook.
Joe Biden!
Yeah.
Joe Biden!
Beautiful white bitch in white shorts.
She's not white.
She's Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Bitch is white.
No, she's not. She's Puerto Rican because I met her brothers and they're Puerto Rican.
Well, maybe her brother. I mean, if I saw her, I was like, white bitch.
No. And quit calling women bitches.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? You're supposed to be our
bitches
guest.
women. I mean, like, niggas
You're supposed to be respectful.
I'm respectful.
So getting back to he's like, I am respectful.
I like y'all bitches.
Now we're fighting with our guests.
Exactly. I love all y'all bitches.
Our guests will no longer speak. Okay. Now, getting into the entertainment.
Yes.
Apparently, Nicki Minaj has been going off. Now,
is that her real ass?
I think she has some plans.
That can't be. It gets bigger every time. Every music video gets bigger.
I don't know. I mean, I always called her Nikki McLeod because.
Why? She's
what?
She
looks like a clown.
Because
it's too much already.
She's attractive.
There's one thing of being attractive.
And she
yet
has
another when you
She's
start dressing up like a clown. There's no reason for anybody to dress up like a clown if you have the skills to prove who you are.
Like to wear chicken wings.
Look at Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga is an amazing singer. She makes good songs.
Yeah, but she's also a clown.
Why does she dress like that?
That's just.
Did you see how TMZ was making fun of her when she wore those big ass shoes and fell in the airport? I mean,
she fell in the airport? I didn't see that.
Why are you wearing those shoes? Oh, it was hilarious.
Yeah. It's part of her swag. It's part of her persona. It's the same thing like if you
are coming from the airport. Let me tell you, people. When I'm rich and famous and I'm like in the fucking airport, I'm not going to be wearing platform shoes and fall down and have TMZ fucking taking pictures of me and laughing over and over and over.
But here's the thing, though. People fall all the time. I bust my ass. But when you got cameras on you all the time, they're going to catch you busting your ass or farting in public or picking your nose. It's going to happen when the cameras are always on you.
I know.
You won't catch me farting in public, but you'll catch my stomach going.
I'll fart in public.
So I saw a little bit in the Daily News today that Mariah Carey was saying something about she was afraid for her life.
Because she said if she had a gun, she would shoot her.
Wait,
now
what?
These are supposed
Who
to
said what?
But okay, so Mariah Carey left or some shit. Nicki Minaj was like, if I had a gun, I'd shoot that bitch, some shit like that.
She left American Idol?
Supposed to be.
No, because I guess she left because they were fighting, and I guess Mariah Carey left.
But they are supposed to be the American Idol now.
First of all, and none of them bitches American Idol.
Wait, who are the judges of American Idol?
Who are the judges now?
It's Mariah Carey, Nicki Minaj. I think Randy Jackson's still there, and then there's somebody in the middle.
Oh, there was Keith Urban.
Yeah, Keith Urban.
But they were arguing in between Keith Urban.
So wait a minute. Yeah. So on the show, Mariah Carey and Nicki Minaj got into an argument on the show.
Yes.
And on TV, Nicki Minaj said
it hasn't been aired yet. They were just filming.
Oh, but Nicki Minaj
is doing the audition.
Yeah, they're doing auditions.
Was Nicki Minaj like joking about it, or
she was heated. She was furious. She was saying she was going off like, "Fuck this bitch," blah blah blah.
Oh, so that's not right. She shouldn't have said that. That's not right.
Diva. There was a lot of bleeps.
That's not right, and that's your co-host.
Keith Urban was sitting in between, like mortified.
But you don't know. But honestly, you don't know what sparked it.
Right.
Mariah could have said something that would have been disrespectful to Nicki.
And it's disrespectful enough to say, "I'm going to take your life." I'm going to.
No, that was after she left.
Wait,
you haven't said some stupid shit like, "I'll cut a nigga. I'll slap the shit out that bitch" or some shit. You haven't said something stupid like that. Everybody does that.
But like, no.
They're blowing it up. Nicki Minaj should not actually shoot Mariah Carey. That would be the dumbest thing that anybody could do. She would never do it. She was heated.
So then why is Mariah Carey afraid for her life?
Because she's just blowing the shit out of proportion. That's just the way it is. Nicki Minaj is from Jamaica Queen. She's from the hood.
I think it's just really immature.
She would have probably would have fought her if she could have, but you know.
I think it's just really.
You said she'll fart. I got to get up and do something and not fart.
I think it's really. I think it's really immature. Like it's such an immature thing to
She's
say
just
that.
being real. I mean, yes.
That's not real.
No, not immature. Unprofessional.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard like all of the details, and that was the one thing I wanted to look it up online to see, you know, what was going on with.
So, if somebody said something really, really stupid to me, right?
Yes.
Like maybe someone said something about my mother or something, whatever it was, right? We got in like a heated debate.
Yes.
And you're like, I hate you, I hate this, I hate that, whatever. And I was getting so heated. And I was on TV, and the cameras were rolling. I'm in front of all these people. I'm around professionals like Randy Jackson and Keith Urban and Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
Because, I'm sorry, Nicki Minaj, respect. Because Mariah Carey's been around.
But that was her problem. She was Mariah Carey's known
as a diva. And so is Nicki Minaj. So here's the thing. I think that if you're in this professional thing and you've got this contract and everything, take a step back. Look at yourself and say, number one, respect your elders, little girl. Number two, don't sit there and say, I would kill you or whatever. Now you sound stupid. Now everyone's making fun of you and going, come on, really? That's a stupid fucking statement to make. I would say something like quick and like to just cut Mariah and have to maybe like quit being such a diva because everyone knows you were so 5 years ago.
You don't know their relationship though. I honestly, between me, because I know media blows shit out of proportion.
Right, that's true.
They blow shit out of proportion.
They do. That's very, very true. But here's the whole thing. How are these people going in front to be auditioned and then supposed to find respect for these people who have sold millions of albums? It's like, how do you respect that? If I was auditioning in front of them and that happened, I would have walked out.
Yes.
Why would I want to be part of an industry with people who are so fucking immature?
Do you remember?
Here's the whole thing. Wait, hold that thought for a second. Here's the whole thing. People glorify celebrities.
Yes.
You should not glorify celebrities because you know what? They eat, shit, fuck, wipe their ass like everybody else does on this fucking planet. Okay? So to glorify somebody and put them on this pedestal, you're already setting yourself up for a letdown. The fact of the matter is that I don't know what's going on with American Idol. I think it should just fucking end. They had a good run. Simon Cowell left. When Simon Cowell left and they put Jennifer Lopez I was like, I'm not watching. Why would I watch a woman who has no talent? I'll give her the acting. She can act.
And the booty.
But she can't sing for shit.
I'm not sorry. The singing, no, but she's got talent that she can build a brand. That woman built a brand. She's an entertainer. She's not a singer. She's an entertainer. Like Madonna. Madonna can't sing.
Right.
But she's an entertainer.
But at least, Madonna can still sing. Like, my problem is, and I love Nicki Minaj. Why is Nicki Minaj even a judge for American Idol?
Thank you.
She can't even sing.
She's not a singer.
She cannot sing.
Has no...
If you give her a microphone, she cannot sing.
Thank you. What I was going to say is, do you remember when American Idol was like about the music?
Right.
And it was about the singing, and you had people like Fantasia.
Ruben Studdard. I love
Ruben Studdard. What a great voice.
Fly Without Wings. Oh, that's my shit.
You know,
Ruben, what you have, Flash?
Kelly Clarkson before she became a whale.
Fat? Oh. I like her when she was thick, though.
And you had, what was Taylor Hicks? He could sing.
Oh, my God.
But do you remember, like, these were, right, but these were talented individuals. And now it's about this, like, circus of who's fighting and who hates Paula Abdul and who hates this one and who's what wearing and who's what. Just let it go.
It's ratings.
Because now you have shows like The X Factor and now you have shows like whatever these other The Voice
there's and 100
you know, like,
shows that Simon
let it go. Yeah, let it go.
Well, you know, I was making notes over here, like shows that we all think have jumped the shark. American Idol. Bachelorette.
Yes.
Right.
Real World.
Oh. Yeah.
I never watched Real World.
Jersey Shore.
What do you think about Big Brother? Big Brother.
I used to watch Big Brother like religiously.
Actually,
not anymore.
There was a girl who was on the show, Jennifer Gen City Arroyo, who everybody knows within the heavy metal community because she's a musician and things of that nature, and she was on the show. I don't know if you got a chance to watch it. I only watched a little bit, but it seemed pretty good. It was all right. I'm not really into Big Brother, so I don't know, but I think you're right about the whole American Idol thing.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, right?
It's
you know what though? I think America itself. I think all of us were just over reality TV. Mm-hmm. I'm so sick of it. Mm-hmm. It's like Mama K Bear said earlier. Hey, where's the music of MTV? We can do without that whole channel, right? Yes. Can we go back to that? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm so sick of reality
music
TV.
Television.
Yeah, that's what MTV stands for.
I'm so sick of the reality shows. Can we just let TV be back to what it was? And you know what? It sort of is because we're getting we have great shows now.
Yeah.
Like How I Met Your Mother.
I love that show.
I miss the good black comedies. That's what I miss. The Wayans Brothers. The Fresh Prince.
You're not gonna get stuff like that anymore because Tyler Perry ruined it for everyone.
He's got an action film coming out. Did you see the preview for his action film?
Something Ross.
Adam
Ross,
yeah, something like
Andrew
that.
Ross.
I don't know, but it looks good. I'm not gonna find
he ruined. No, he
because
ruined
I thought that he was bullshit. I saw his play on DVD, and I actually enjoyed it. So, and I saw Why Did I Get Married, and I actually enjoyed that too.
I think he ruined African American sitcoms. If you ask me,
I didn't see his sitcoms.
They're awful.
People hate on Tyler Perry, Spike Lee. I love Spike Lee.
Yeah, that's great. But I mean, like good TV. You've got great shows that aren't reality shows. Like I'm really into Sons of Anarchy. Mm-hmm. I love Sons of Anarchy. Breaking Bad, Walking Dead is amazing. Yeah. You've even got great cartoons like Futurama and Archer. I'm so into Archer and
They could use more, but you know.
Yeah, it's like TV's doing. I think it's coming back to this age of we're all sick of reality TV because shows like American Idol, their ratings are dropping, and shows like The Office and Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Isn't The Office ending? Isn't this their last season?
Yeah, but shows like that have such high ratings that American Idol can't even compete with anymore. So it's good. Thank you, America. Thank you for getting your head out of the dumb box.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we're not out of the dumb box yet because we have this Honey Boo Boo thing.
Oh, fuck.
Listen, I think this Honey Boo Boo thing is hilarious.
All my friends say I love it. I haven't seen it. But you also have to understand that these shows are destroying our youth because they see these shows and they look up to that. You have people that want to be like that. Honey Boo Boo. That's BET. That's all they play is ignorant as.
I like my teeth. Thank you very much. I also like for them to be clean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Jay, let's talk about you a little bit.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
I mean, we did all this news. Let's talk about you. You're a comedian. You're doing the circuits in New York City. How did you get into your whole comedy life?
It is a long story. I started off rapping.
Really?
Yeah, I was a rapper. And, oh, Jesus. For a while. 4 years. And from there, I started acting. And
how was that for you? Did you enjoy it?
I like acting, but the one thing I don't like about acting is you're like a puppet.
Yes.
That's the one thing I don't like about acting. It's
did you do any of the schools here in New York? Did you study with anybody in the school?
No, I took a class out in Long Island in my college. But when I came here, I did a whole bunch of student films, independent films. I just don't like people telling me how to be. Oh, that's good. Do it again. A little more lively.
Right.
It's fuck my face. And so I did. I acted for a while, but then as an actor, I was like, I need to maybe do some more work. So I looked at live art. You know what I'm saying? I looked at theater, and the only other live art was stand up. I can't sing and shit, and I don't like the way theater is, how you or at the time the way you gotta project your voice and all that shit.
Right.
Stand up is more true, it's more natural. So I started looking at that. It took a long time to even get on stage.
How did you find your theme? One of the things that I had asked Justine, because I interviewed her for the Dominant issue on Kinky Magazine.
Yeah.
How did you find your theme? Because I used to work for a variety of different law firms, and I would do stand-up for everybody there. But that was, everybody, because we knew who we were working with. So it was easy to make fun of them and laugh about it because we all knew who we were talking about.
Right.
And then people would say, oh, you should do like stand-up. And it's like, well, I'm not going to be able to project that same funniness to people because they're not going to know who I'm talking about.
But you just have to, you get out in front of a group of strangers every night, and they could be, if you're at a Broadway comedy club, and it's people from all over Europe or some shit, or you're somewhere else, or you're doing a room in the Chitlin circuit, which black room. You just have to be able to relate and find the funny in a lot of things. But as long as you're true to yourself, it's gonna come out funny. Which which a lot of people have problems with at first because you're just trying to find. Hold on. That's Jason Solomon. That's my homie right there. That's so funny. Okay, all right. That's so funny. Somebody just posted about that commercial earlier. Okay. Jason Solomon, what up? So you gotta find as soon as you start being yourself, you'll find the funny in a lot of things. And when people see that you're being true, that's when you can talk about whatever and it'll be funny.
So your whole thing is that you didn't like being directed. You wanted to direct your own life.
Yeah. And that's the best thing about stand-up is that, when you're acting, you have to rely on the director. You got to rely on the script.
The other people knowing their lines.
Everybody else knowing their lines, the crew, all of that shit. Even when rapping, you got to rely on the producer. You got to rely on this person, the engineer.
Right.
With stand-up, everything is on you. If you go on stage and you bomb, people blame it on the crowd. Sometimes the crowd, they don't want to laugh, but it's on you.
Can I tell you honestly, as a comedian, and I can tell, and Josh and I work together a lot.
Yes.
I love Josh so much, and he aww, and I've seen, he's hilarious. I've seen his stand up. I probably know. You're always coming out with fresh stuff, but I've seen your stuff so much that I probably could do your routine, and you could probably do mine. You could probably do my routine too. I can tell you right now, Josh is hilarious. He makes me laugh every time. But to blame it on the audience is such a cheap, such a cheap ploy that comedians use. That they go, the audience sucked tonight. Yeah. That is my least favorite thing to say, because I'll tell you, I've gone up and bombed. Josh has been there.
I thought you were talking about me. I thought you meant Josh has been there. I was like, I bombed.
Josh has been there when I bombed that one time.
I thought you were talking about me.
And it was what they call a black room. Do you remember that?
No.
What does the black room mean?
So the audience is predominantly black.
Yeah. Or black, Hispanic. Basically with the
minorities.
Hood.
Right, minority.
Not necessarily, hood, because you have...
So are they looking for Chris Rock kind of humor?
Well, here's the thing, it depends what they're looking for. It was supposed to be your set. Josh was supposed to go up that night. Amber Heard was in the audience. Do you remember?
Amber Rose.
Amber Rose.
Yes.
Kanye West's ex-girlfriend.
Oh. And
she's now the Stoli vodka. Is it Svetka or Stoli?
Yeah. Is she?
Svetka. Yeah, she's the vodka girl. That's her thing. She's hot. So she walks in and Josh is like, I'm not going on stage in front of her. She's too hot.
I don't know. Can I explain? Because comics go through what I like to call big stink. Okay. Right. What was it, London or some shit? Whatever. The UK. Okay, now, I had 5 bad sets in a row. And that night, and I was also working the door, and apparently, she called, and
made a reservation.
Her publicist called, I'm a celebrity, can we get in? And they're like, yeah, sure, come on in. And we're just like, yeah, whatever. So, she walked in with her publicist and her friend, I was like, oh, shit. And she was totally cool. So
were you in the middle of a bad stink there? Were you in the middle?
I had like 5 bad sets.
That does happen with comedians, though, and like it is true.
I was figuring some shit out. I was trying to figure out myself.
If you try new jokes,
you're trying new jokes. You're
uncomfortable. You're not your own skin.
You're not.
It
something's
happens.
wrong here. So
it's very common.
And that's the one thing about stand-up. That's the one thing about stand-up. Like if you're in a band, when people see you perform, they're seeing you at your best. You're performing in your garage for months and months, and then when you're ready, you get to perform in front of a crowd. Stand-up, it's not like that. I can do a joke in front of a fucking mirror plenty of times. I'm not going to know if it's funny or not.
Right.
The only time you get to actually find out some shit is funnier is when you do it in the
And you can do a joke in front of your mirror 100 times. When you get on stage, it's never going to be the same way that you've done it 100 times in front of your mirror, because now you've got all these different elements around you. It's very true. Stand-up comedy is and that's why I got into it, is because I respect the craft so much, because it's so difficult. People think it's so easy. Like when you were saying you got up in front of your law firm, you made fun of other people. Like when comedians do that, they just go on stage and just rip on everybody in the audience and just do that. To me, that's another cheap ploy.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't really have like you're solid like yourself, like
because eventually they're gonna want.
Eventually people want to hear more, to hear what you've actually got, the guts of it. But it's like, if you have like one bad set, you're probably gonna, the next 2 or 3 are probably not gonna be very good
unless you figure out what you did wrong.
And the other thing is also because now your self-esteem's a little bit lower with each bad set. It gets a little lower.
Yeah.
So you
especially after like 3 bad sets in a row, you're like, what the fuck am I doing?
So you go on stage and you're like, and the audience can see that. And the thing is with stand-up comics, when you go on stage, even if your shtick or your routine is to be like that self-deprivation kind of, you still have to have that strong connection, and you still have to have a lot of confidence, even being that self-deprecating person, or the audience will fucking eat you. They will eat you. And that night he was supposed to go on stage, and he was like, oh, I'm not gonna
Seymour was like, you wanna go on? I was like, no, I'm not going on.
And I was there because I had done a set earlier. I was interning. I don't know what I was doing that night at the comedy club, but I was there.
You were just hanging out.
I think I was probably just hanging out, trying to pick up some rent money. But I asked Josh, I'm like, if you're not going to do your set, man, can I go on? And that was a big mistake for me, because, Oh,
I didn't see your set. I didn't see that.
Shit. I didn't see that. You didn't miss much. I wasn't prepared. I was just like, oh, I'm going to go on stage and do the same routine I always do. And I know my routine, back and forth. I was like, I'm just going to go on stage and do it. And I went on stage not prepared, not respecting the craft, in front of this, it was one Spanish guy in the group, and the rest of them was black, and they all just, they were like, get this bitch off the stage.
Yeah, black people.
We're going to throw the fucking Henny Hoos at this bitch.
Oh my God.
Okay,
that was like so mortifying.
It didn't help that I started off with a black joke.
No. And may I say, I went on stage the next night, which was a Sunday, and I fucking bombed my dick off. So I'm glad that I didn't go on stage in front of Amber Rose and eat it.
When you're in that way, how do you find your way out of it? Because there has to be a way out. It's almost like writer's block. You understand what I'm saying? If a person is writing a book, like I'm writing a book. If a person is writing a book and then all of a sudden you get stumped, you know what I mean? Like, how do you find your way out of that so that you don't continue to bomb? And do you analyze why you were bombing in the first place?
I know why. Because I wasn't me.
Right.
And I was getting nervous. I'd see the crowd and I'd be like, oh shit. And then you'd be so focused on this and that and like your jokes and what are you going to do first, and you're thinking about how you bombed before, and then the first joke bombs, you just eat it. I forgot who I spoke to about this, but they told me it was like, oh, it was actually the bartender at Broadway, and he was like, dude, he's like, there's 2 different Joshes. There's like the happy Josh, and he's like the Josh that was like all mopey. He's like, be the happy Josh. That Josh always does good. And it's like, you go on stage, and if you're not, also, there's multiple different languages, you know what I'm saying? One of them is body language, which people don't understand. You get on stage, you have to be in your zone before you even get to the mic, because they see you when you're walking on stage, when you're getting up to the mic, they see your swagger and everything. You gotta be ready before you even get to the mic. So when you're ready, when you're in your zone, you walk up there like, oh, I like this guy. Rather than if you're walking up there all nervous and shit, and then you get to the mic, and then you go in your zone, they're like, this dude's fake.
You know how when you're at a bar, or you're wherever you're at, or you're at work, and the new person walks in, and before that person opens their mouth, you know whether you like them or not. You're like, I don't like this bitch, or oh, she looks friendly, she looks cool. That is the same thing. It's the same damn thing. The audience The audience before you get on stage, when the MC says your name, knows whether or not they're gonna like you.
Yep.
Right.
It's hard. It's not easy.
Now I always go on, and it helps. I go on stage smiling because before I even get up there, I'm ready. Yeah. I go on stage smiling.
What do you see for yourself in the future? Like, where do you want to see yourself with the whole comedian thing? Do you want to be like in a comedy show, or like what's your future like for this, or what do you want it to be?
What do I want it to be? I love stand up. Stand up is big. I mean, it's me. I mean, I want to take it as far as I can, which specials and as far as I can take it, because it's that's where my heart is.
Yeah.
I do like acting. I do enjoy it.
Yeah.
But
you wouldn't put yourself in a position where you would do like a comedy show, like How I Met Your Mother or something like that.
Like a sitcom?
I would, but I feel like I'd have to be in charge. I've done work before, like sketches and stuff, but I like to be in charge, whereas in like it's like with stand up where I know, or I feel like I know what's funny or not. So I could, I like to be in charge. If I'm doing something where it's acting, I know, I can write it and I know how it needs to be shot and where, the angles and everything. I need to be in charge. So that's the only way that could happen.
How long have you been doing stand-up comedy, for those who...
I'm still a baby in the game. I'm 3 years in.
You're a baby in the game, baby. Yeah. I've been doing this a year and 4 months.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
That's right. You didn't know that. Wow. That's right. Because,
I sucked at your time. I was sucking.
Well, they can't all be great.
Actually, I think I sucked a year ago, actually. I know. Good
I started watching your stuff a year ago. You're funny, man. You got that one joke I really love.
But even though you guys have your own routine, do you ever step away from your zone and talk about current events and things that are going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have jokes about current events. That you have to make it fresh. You know what I'm saying? Right. Every time you go up there, that's the beautiful thing about stand-up. You have to make it fresh every time you go up there.
That's the beautiful thing and the difficult thing.
Yeah.
Because have you ever? It happens to me all the time. Have you ever like sat at home and you're like, okay, I have this whole day off. I have the whole day to myself. I'm gonna write at least 5 new jokes today. And for those of you who don't know, like stand-up comedy, that's a lot of jokes in one day.
I have a problem writing.
Who was it that said, I think it was Chris Rock that said, I try to write 1 good joke a week. 1 joke a week he tries to write. And he's like, if more than that happens, but like, if I sit down and just shoot off ideas, it's hard though.
Yeah, because you got to elaborate on that joke.
It's so difficult. So like writing on current events and keeping fresh and everything, and like, it's not easy, but that's what the people love.
You got to be fresh. Crowd work, that's a lot too. You know what I'm saying? If somebody might shout out something, like before I was horrible. Because you go on stage and you're in a negative mindset and you're like, I just want to do my jokes, and somebody says something and you don't know how to react, or you say something that will make or break your set. You have to be somebody will shout something out, and there's been plenty of times where I said the wrong thing or just bomb. But when you're in a happy mode and they're and you make it more like a friendship, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just a friend talking to my friends, because that's what I told my other friend. You know what I'm saying? Like us, or like if I'm at the bar with my homegirl and a couple of my peoples from the comedy club and we all just chilling, and you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not thinking about what I'm talking about, but we'll talk and we'll just have fun all night.
Right.
So that's when you're doing crowd work, it's the same thing. Right. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Somebody says something, react how you would normally react.
Exactly.
Don't try and pick at it in your brain and think, okay, I gotta find something funny. Let me find a punchline to go with this.
If you're trying to be funny, you'll never be funny.
Right. Yeah, because it should come naturally.
Yeah.
Where are you going to be playing at next so that everybody can check you out?
I am always at the Broadway Comedy Club.
And New York.
I usually do the late New York, Greenwich Village Comedy Club. I usually do the late night at Broadway, but I will be on the main show October 21st.
Nice.
9 o'clock. The 9 o'clock show.
Is that a development spot?
October 21st. That's a Wednesday?
Yeah, me too. I got one too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Fine.
What? Is that a Wednesday?
No, it's a Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, well then
That's
maybe we're going to check it out.
That's what we in the biz call a development spot. It's really, really awesome. It's a great thing for comedians to have. I just got one too.
That's
This will be my second one. I'm very excited. Yeah, we're running out of time. I wanted to ask you, Josh, have you it's an industry term, I guess. Have you passed yet?
No.
I have I didn't think you had, but I wanted to ask you because I think Josh is very close to passing. And I see that in his very near immediate future. I see that within a year.
Wait, what does passing mean?
When you're passed, that's basically where you just call in your avails, and then the next week they'll just
you tell the comedy club, you're like, I'm free this day, this day, and this day, and they'll just give you spots. That's passing.
Yeah.
Wow. They just give you spots,
which takes a lot of work unless you have like some major credits. But until then, you gotta
work your way up to the top. Yeah. I think Josh is very close to passing, which is the other reason I wanted to have him, and I suggested him as a guest on the show because once Josh passes, I think it's like straight to the roof with you, and I hope that you'll come back to KAM Talk Talk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we didn't just talk about sex tonight.
Sex toys. I'm just staring at this naked chick. She's like, what? Can we can't show that on here, can we?
Yeah.
She's naked.
Just cover her toothy.
She's like butt naked. And it's been in front of me all night. And people are probably like, why does she keep staring down? I'm like, I don't know. It's like 1970s Harry Bush in front of my face. Like, it's very strange.
And then we have the little wet together safe sex kit.
Always have safe sex.
And we got
I can't say that with a straight face.
Sometimes have safe sex.
So I've been dying to get my hands on one of these because I made a joke last time. I'm
getting that from my friend.
So it's a necklace and it's a vibrator, right? But I like to say, since I'm 5'2", I could wear it around my neck and tickle my asshole with it. Tickle my asshole with it. This is like the best thing. I want to get one and wear it to next. Can I talk about next week's fetish party real quick?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's the time for shout outs.
So next week on Friday, it's next Friday, right?
No, it's actually October 19th.
Is that not next Friday?
No, it's the Friday after.
No, it's
October 19th, we're going to have...
Right here at Bottom Line. Marabelle, you're hosting it, right?
I am.
Very first fetish party right here.
Yes.
So if any of you want to see me in my latex getting all kinds of kinky, I think I'm bringing my strap on and everything. Getting all kinds of kinky. Now,
can I come to the fetish party?
Yes,
okay.
You can. Now I have a question. Are we allowed to like get down and dirty at this fetish party, or is this like a no?
I'm not cleaning up after you.
She's not cleaning up after me.
Our manager said she's not cleaning up after us.
So my question is this one of those fetish parties where it's like nothing allowed, or?
I don't know yet.
The viewers need something.
Because what I'm asking is, should I bring my strap on?
Yes.
We'll talk about
that. Should I bring my whip? Should I bring my whip?
Bring your whip.
Bring your whip.
Yes. I've already spoken to someone who's going to be bringing the PlayStations, a very good friend of mine.
The what?
The PlayStations. You know, the...
No holds barred, Mama K. said.
No holds
barred. Fucking...
Yes, we're definitely having a fetish event here.
Yes.
You can buy your tickets in advance. We suggest that you do at kemtoptalk.com. There's a link there for brown paper tickets. There's a link there for PayPal, for, you know, whoever wants to use what. There's two ways that you can pay for the event. It's $15 for the tickets, which is not expensive. And you get to be here with like-minded people. We ask that you be 25 and over. We don't want people under 25 because I've seen
it turns into a mess.
I've seen events with people that 18 and over. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, no kids allowed.
You know, they went out and they
There's a grown folks party.
They ran over to a store and picked up a whip and a latex dress, and now they're calling themselves dominatrix.
Wait, I'm coming in a whip and a latex dress. I'm not calling myself a dominatrix.
Yeah, but
I'm coming in a whip and latex dress because I like the way the latex goes against my skin.
Me too.
So if you
lovely feeling.
So if you wanna see me in my latex and my whip, if you wanna see Marabelle and her, what I'm sure is going to be amazingly scantily clad outfit.
His phone is vibrating.
If you want to see Josh Weston in his tonga.
Oh yeah, well that's a good idea.
His loincloth.
Somebody's phone is vibrating.
Is that my phone?
Probably, yes.
Somebody's blowing my shit up.
Yeah, come out to the fetish event, definitely. You can also check out myself and Josh Wesson at New York Comedy Club and Broadway Comedy Club. You can follow Josh. How can they follow you on Twitter?
At JWest, JAYWESS.
So follow him on Twitter. I'm going to start following him on Twitter because I haven't followed him yet.
Yes.
And you can follow Justine at
Justine Llanes, JUSTINELLANES.
And you can follow me, Marabelle Blue. And follow Kinky Magazine as well.
Yes. And if you haven't read the article yet, the Dominant Women issue, you need to read that.
Yes, absolutely. And I promised my nephew I would shout him out. Today's his birthday. Happy birthday, Justin.
Happy birthday, Justin.
He's over 21. Wait. Is he?
What's he look like? Hold on, I'm missing to see a picture of Justin. Because you know Justin and Justine. Oh, she's giving me stink eye. Let me show her.
Oh my goodness.
Well, happy birthday.
My migraine is like coming back. I'll introduce you to my cousin, but you have to be nice to him.
I'm nice to all the boys.
You're not.
Shut up! You shut up like you're being spoken to!
I totally call her out. Oh my goodness.
Is that it? We're done?
No, and I want to shout out J.L. Gathos, who writes the Roman Kingster and Kinky Magazine, Mama K. Bear for just being the number one
Mama K. Bear
Magazine. Mike Pack. I don't know what happened to Mike Pack tonight. He said he was going to be here, and he's not. But anyway, who else? Paulie Harker, who's writing all of these different articles for the magazine. He wrote an article for Kinky Life, which is like an exercise thing, so you should read that. And I have some news. I can't spill it yet, but a major vendor contacted me the other day, and they're going to be doing guest editorials in the magazine.
Nice!
And when it all comes out, then we'll make the official announcement. But for now, it's a very big thing. It's definitely going to put Kinky Magazine in the place that it actually deserves, to be number one.
Nice.
Well, it is number one. What the fuck am I talking about? There is no other magazine. Other magazines try, but they're don't.
And if they had a gun, they would shoot you.
They probably would, but that's why I'm here and they're there. And I'm the one with the boobs and you're not.
Yeah.
And with that being said, we'll be back next week with a new episode of KEM Top Talk. We might do the relationship cheating thing, which will probably be a good thing.
You should save that for me.
Do it.
You're more than welcome to come back if you want.
I definitely want to come back.
So we'll be back next week. Bye.
Every time.
Smash that whip. Oh shit, I left my whip in my bag. Okay, bye.